3:3:4. The balance sheet as at 31st December 2007 is as follows. Liabilities, sundry creditors, bills payable, 6% mortgage loan, capital accounts of ABC, general reserve. Cash at bank, bills receivable, stock, sundry debtors, furniture, plant and machinery, land and buildings. So these are the values given to you. The liabilities figures, the assets figures. The firm earned profits as follows for the past 5 years. 2003, 14,000. 2004, 15,000. 2006, 15,000. 2007, 15,800. And 2005, it is missing. So I gave that figure to you, 16,500. On 31st December 2007, C retired from partnership, and in order to ascertain the amount due to C, the accounts of 2007 were verified and the following mistakes were detected. So on 31st December 2007, C retired from partnership, and in order to ascertain the amount due to C, the account of 2007 was verified and the following mistakes were detected. So some mistakes were found in the accounts of 2007. A bill receivable for ₹1,000, and the bill receivable for ₹1,000 which was dishonored and became irrecoverable was not taken into consideration while preparing the final accounts. A bill receivable for ₹1,000 which was dishonored and became irrecoverable was not taken into consideration while preparing the final accounts. Please tell me, a bill receivable for ₹1,000 which is dishonored and becomes irrecoverable was not taken into consideration while preparing the account. So how do you record an entry for this? We are showing bills receivable in our balance sheet as receivable, as an asset. Now the bill is not going to be collected. It is like a bad debt. So what is the entry you are going to pass? Okay, if you write, you can pass an entry like this: debtor account, debtor to bills receivable, bad debts account, debtor to debtors. Okay. But this is a third stage rectification of the last year. That means these bad debts do not belong to current year, they belong to the last year profits. So we have to pass an entry: bad debts account, debtor to bills receivable. In place of bad debts, we write profit and loss adjustment account, debtor to bills receivable. We have to adjust the profits of the last year. Hence we will use the account profit and loss adjustment account, debtor to bills receivable. An amount of ₹200 paid for rent of the house occupied by C was wrongly debited to rent account of the firm. An amount of ₹200 paid for the rent of house occupied by C. So C was one of the partners. He was occupying a house for which ₹200 rent was paid. Was wrongly debited to rent account of the firm. Personal expense of the partner recorded as a business expense, not correct. So we have to rectify the mistakes now. C's capital account has to be now debited, and the profits of the firm have to be increased. Because earlier rent account would have been debited to the P&L account. Profits of the firm were reduced. Wrongly they were reduced. So what we should do now? Increase the profits of the firm and give a debit to the partner who has used the benefit. So what will be the entry will pass? C's capital account debtor to P&L adjustment account. Goods worth ₹1,500 given by B to the firm were not taken into account. One of the partner has introduced ₹1,500 worth of goods into the firm, but we did not pass an entry. When you purchase goods from a partner, what is the entry you pass? Purchases account debtor to capital account is the entry you pass. Okay, the entry was forgotten in the last year. Now you have to pass the entry. You will pass the entry P&L adjustment account debtor to Mr. B account. Fourth point. An outstanding bill for ₹500 towards electricity was not paid, and the same was not adjusted while preparing the final account. An outstanding bill for ₹500 towards electricity was not paid and the same was not adjusted while preparing final account. That means outstanding electricity bill of 100 was not recorded, not 100, 500 rupees was not recorded. Please tell me if outstanding electricity bill, what is entry normally write for outstanding electricity bill? Electricity bill account at R2 outstanding electricity bill, or electricity expenses account at R2 outstanding electricity expense account. This entry was not passed. You have to pass it now. So what entry will pass? P&L adjustment account at R2 outstanding electricity bill account. Fifth point. Purchase of machinery on July 1, 2007 at a cost of 9,500 was wrongly treated as purchase account. So, purchase of machinery on July 1, 2007 at a cost of 9,500 was wrongly treated as purchase account. That means instead of treating it as an asset, we have treated it as goods. And the expense of rupees 500 incurred towards erection of the machinery were charged to machinery repairs account. One more mistake they have done. To install the machinery, for erection of the machinery, we have spent 500 rupees. Expenditure incurred to, expenditure which is incidental to bring the asset to the present location and working condition is a capital expenditure which has to be added to cost of the asset. So we should not debit it to P&L account. That is a mistake that has happened. So unnecessarily the P&L account of last year would have been debited. Profits of last year have been understated. Now we are going to increase the profits. So give credit to P&L account, debit to machinery account. So two mistakes we have done. Machinery purchased was not debited. Erection cost was also not debited to machinery account. That means totally what is the value of the asset which was not recorded in the books? 9,500 plus 500, it is 10,000. Depreciation on machinery account was charged at 10% per annum. Now what you have to do? We have to charge depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum on the machinery which was not shown in the books. 10,000 worth of machinery instead of being shown as an asset was shown as an expense. Two mistakes you have done. One, you have understated your profits. Second, you have understated your assets. How are you going to rectify the mistake? We are going to add back to profits 10,000. We are going to show machinery as an asset 10,000. But if machinery was shown as an asset, depreciation would have been charged. Depreciation also incidentally escaped. So whatever depreciation escaped, now you have to record. What is entry you are going to pass? P&L adjustment account at R2 machinery account. 500 rupees is the amount of depreciation you are going to charge. It is 10% per annum for 6 months. Then partners agreed to rectify the mistakes noted above, and the following adjustments were made to settle the accounts of C. Now the revaluation proceedings will start. So let us start doing the problem one by one. We can complete it. Start with P&L adjustment account for rectifying the profits of the last year. By preparing P&L adjustment account, I want to know by how much was the profit of last year understated or overstated. P&L adjustment account, 8-9 lines you leave about 8-9 lines. Then open revaluation account, 7-8 lines you leave. Don't show conjusi. You show all conjusi in the classroom only. Then partners capital account, at least half page. Ready everyone? Always start with opening balances. Also open cash and bank account if it is required, we'll use it. Open cash and bank account also. Are you all ready? Write down capital accounts of ABC. Brought down, brought down, brought down. Brought down 50,000, 45,000, 65,000. Observe the balance sheet. There are some general reserves in the balance sheet. How much? 10,000. General reserves in the balance sheet are given 10,000. Share it among ABC. Wait, before you do that, go to cash and bank account, write to balance brought down 3,000. Now see the balance sheet. There is an item general reserve in the balance sheet. It is showing a credit balance. It is showing a credit balance. Please share it among ABC in their old profit sharing ratio. 10,000 in the ratio of 3:3:4. What is entry you are going to pass? General reserve account at R2, A capital account, B capital account and C capital account. Go to capital account of the partners. Write by general reserve. By general reserve. In which order have they given the balance sheet? Now please tell me. No. Is it descending order of liquidity or ascending order of liquidity? Descending or ascending? What do you mean descending? Okay, first find out what is ascending order of liquidity, descending order of liquidity. We'll discuss that tomorrow. I'll give you some job. Let's start. See that first adjustment. A bill receivable for rupees 1,000 which was dishonored and became irrecoverable was not taken into consideration while preparing the final accounts. Now we have to write off 1,000 rupees from bills receivable. What is entry we are going to pass? P&L adjustment account at R2, bills receivable account. You have to write off P&L adjustment account at R2, bills receivable. Switch off one. ऊपर one exhaust fan is switch off. One. So P&L adjustment account R2 bills receivable 1,000 rupees you will pass. Next, an amount of rupees 200 paid for the rent of the house occupied by C was wrongly debited to the rent account of the firm. An amount of rupees 200 paid for the rent of the house occupied by C was wrongly debited to rent account of the firm. Now, rent of the house used by C for personal purpose. Cash is going out, firm's cash. It should have been debited to C's capital account, but by mistake it was debited to rent account. Wrong debit, rent. Correct debit, C. What is the rectification entry you are going to pass? C's capital account that are to rent, but we are not going to use rent account, we are going to use P&L adjustment account. So what is it we are going to pass? C's capital account that are to rent account or P&L adjustment account. So go to P&L adjustment account, write by C's capital. By C's capital, how much? Go to C's capital account, write 2 P&L adjustment, 2 P&L adjustment, 2 P&L adjustment, 200. Did you open the partner's capital account in columnar form? Very good. Next, third bit. Goods worth rupees 1500 given by B to the firm were not taken into account. Goods worth rupees 1500 given by B to the firm were not taken into account. That means you have done some purchase from B. What is the current entry that comes to your mind? Purchase account at R to B account. It was not passed. So now pass the entry. Purchase account R to B account. But this purchase account should have been debited to last year's profit and loss account. Hence we use the entry P&L adjustment account at R to B's capital account. Whenever you are rectifying last year's mistake in the current year, you pass an entry. If you find a nominal account, replace it with profit and loss adjustment account. Okay. So what is the entry? P&L adjustment account at R to B account. P&L adjustment account will write debit side to B. How much? 1500. And go to B's capital account. Write by P&L adjustment 1500 rupees. Next, an outstanding bill for rupees 500 towards registry was not paid and the same was not adjusted while preparing the final accounts. What is the entry you are now going to pass? P&L adjustment account at R2 outstanding electricity expenses account. So P&L adjustment account debit side is right to outstanding electricity expenses account. P&L adjustment account R to outstanding electricity expenses. Okay. 500. I say anything on any feedback. Purchase of machinery on 1st July 2007 at a cost of 9,500 was wrongly treated as purchase account. Purchase of machinery account should have been debited. Wrongly debited purchase account. Rectification entry. Correct debit machinery. Wrong debit purchases. Correct debit machinery. Wrong debit purchases. What is the rectification that comes to your mind? Machinery account at R2 purchases. Third stage rectification. Machinery to purchases. Machinery to P&L adjustment account. So P&L adjustment account is right by machinery 9,500. Next, and the expense of rupees 500 incurred towards erection of machinery was charged to machinery repairs account. Expense of 500 for erection of the machinery was charged to machinery repairs account. Expenditure incurred on erection of machinery is an incidental expense. It has to be capitalized. We pass an entry machinery account at R2 bank. Correct debit is machinery, but wrong debit is repairs. Correct debit machinery, wrong debit repairs. Correct debit machinery, wrong debit repairs. What is the entry? Machinery account at R2 repairs account. In place of repairs, P&L adjustment. So we write by machinery 500. Now what is the total value of machinery which was not capitalized? 10,000. Now we come to know that if correct entries were passed last year, we would have showed 10,000 as asset. but you did not show it. Depreciation has escaped. How much depreciation has escaped? 10% per annum under WDV method. Which method? Not given, not tested. Okay. First year whether it is SLM or WDV doesn't make a difference also. So just type on a calculator 10,000 into 10% into 6 by 12. Depreciation escaped. Now pass the entry. What is the entry you are going to pass? P&L adjustment account debtor to machinery. P&L account debtor to machinery 500. So these were the adjustments which were agreed. Wait. Now calculate the profits which escaped last year. Please calculate the amount of profit which escaped last year. How much? 6,000? 6,700 rupees is the amount of profit which have escaped last year. Did you complete it? Now share those profits among ABC. Profits or losses have escaped? Profits have escaped. Now share it among ABC in their old profit sharing ratio. To A capital, to B capital, to C capital. To A capital, to B capital, to C capital. How much is it? 2010? 2010? 2680. 3:4 ratio. Now credit partners capital account now. By P&L adjustment account 2010-2680. Did you all complete it? Next. Now the revaluation proceedings will start. The partners agreed to rectify the mistakes noted above and following adjustments were made to settle the accounts of C. A provision was made at 5% on sundry debtors. Now see the sundry debtors in the balance sheet. How much is it? 20,000. Did we do any adjustment to sundry debtors while we were doing the rectifications? No, we have not done any adjustment to sundry debtors when we were doing the rectifications. So on 20,000, 5%, how much is it? 1,000 rupees. Go to revaluation account now and write two sundry debtors. Not sundry debtors, two provision for bad debts. 1,000. Now go to balance sheet also. Balance sheet after retirement of C. Debtors, inner column 20,000 less provision 1,000, outer column 19,000. $20,000 minus 5%, 1,000, 19,000. Next, second bit. Stock was revalued at rupees 21,925. Stock was revalued at 21,925 rupees. What is the stock value given to you in the balance sheet? 25,000, and there is a revaluation of 21,925. Find the difference. How much is it? Downward. What is entry will pass? Revaluation account, debtor to stock account. Revaluation account, debtor to stock account. I wanted this doubt to be asked by somebody. Very good. Now, what was not recorded? Please tell me. Read the transaction. Tell me what was not recorded. Goods were received from B, not recorded. Transaction was not recorded. Goods have been received. They are already included in stock. Physically, it is included in stock figure. Okay. And he is not saying that we maintain perpetual inventory records where we take the stock value from the books, not from physical stock. Only then you can say that that was not included. Okay. But normally we assume that it is already included in the closing stock given in the balance sheet. So 3075 now write off revaluation account or to stock account 3075. Go to balance sheet. Stock 21,925 is right. Did you all write? Please tell me. Next. Plant and machinery were depreciated by 15%. Now please take a calculator, press on button on it, type 40,000, the existing balance sheet value, plus 10,000 minus 500. Now you are IPCC student boss, you are learning advanced accounting, so you should know what I am doing. 20,000, add 10,000 minus 500. How much is left? 40,000 plus 10,000 minus 500, 49,500. It is to be revalued downward by 15% into 15%. 7,425. What is the entry will pass? Revaluation account, debtor to plant and machinery account. Revaluation account, debtor to plant and machinery account. How much? 7,425. How that number came? 40,000 plus 9,500 into 15%. Correct? Very good. Land and building. Now wait. Go to balance sheet. Right? Plant and machinery. 49,500 minus 15%. How much is it? 42,075 rupees. Did you all complete? Land and building were appreciated by 20%. What is it will pass? Land and building account debtor to revaluation. Land and building account debtor to revaluation. Revaluation account created is right by land and building. Revaluation account trade side is right by land and building. How much amount? 32,000? 22,600. 22,600, you please give a credit to the revaluation account. Go to balance sheet. 1,13,000 plus 22,600. 135,600. Very good. Next. Sundry creditors for 2,900 will not rank. That means you can write it off. You can write it off. Sundry creditors of 2,900 will not rank means you can write it off. What is it we are going to pass for write off? Creditors. Creditors account to revaluation account. Revaluation account will give a credit by creditors. By creditors. Go to balance sheet after admission. Not after admission, after retirement. Creditors, how much will you write? 9,100. Next. Goodwill of the firm should be ascertained at 3 times the average profit of last 5 years. The goodwill account should not appear in the books. Goodwill of C should be shared by A and B. The capital of C should be purchased by A and B in the ratio of 3:2. What does that mean? Whatever C is leaving in the firm, that will be taken by A and B in the ratio of 3:2. Are you able to understand? Whatever C is leaving, it will be taken by A and B in the ratio of 3:2. Okay? Now, let us calculate the value of goodwill. Working note. Valuation of goodwill. We'll write total profits of last 5 years. You add up everything. 14,000 plus 15,000 plus 15,000 plus 15,800 plus 16,500. Add up all the 5 years profits. How much? 76,300. ₹76,300. Wait, boss. Add profit to be adjusted. Add profit to be adjusted. 6,700. Add profit to be adjusted. 6,700. Total came to 83,000. Now, goodwill is equal to average profits into 3. It is 3 times average profits, no? Now, how will you calculate average profit? Boss, that 83,000 is not average profit, it is total profit. So, it will be 83,000 divided by 5 into 3. How much is it? 49,800. Next, what is the entry you will write? The capital of C should be purchased by A and B in the ratio of 3:2. So C's capital is going to be gained by A and B in the ratio of 3:2. How much has C sacrificed first of all? 4/10th share. Pass an entry now. A capital account debtor question mark. B capital account debtor question mark. To C capital account credit. 49,800 into 4 by 10. To C capital account, 49,800 into 4 by 10. How much is it? 49,800 into 4 by 10. 19,000. That is the amount of profit credited to Mr. C. Now share it among A and B in the ratio of 3:2. 11,952 and 7,968. Did you all complete it? Give posting now. Go to A capital account, write to C capital 11,952. B capital account, you write 7,968. C capital dash. Come to credit side, you write by A and B capital 19,920. Give credit to C capital, give debit to A capital and B capital. Did you all complete it? Please tell me. Very good. Next. Since C was in urgent need of rupees 50,000, the partners are required to make payment to him in cash in their new profit and loss sharing ratio, and the balance of C's capital was to be treated as loan. The partners are also required to adjust their capitals in cash in proportion to their new profit and loss sharing ratio. They will do some adjustments. Okay. Before we do that, now close revaluation account. Partnership is dead easy actually. Your mouth should water when you see a partnership problem in the exam. But don't wet the paper. Evaluation. Right has to be set now. Did you all complete? Please tell me. Revaluation profit, how much did you get? Shared among ABC in their old profit sharing ratio. 4,200, 4,200 and 5,600. So take to the credit of the capital accounts of the partners. Take to the credit of the partners capital account. 4,200, 4,200, 5,600 posting. Now, C was in urgent need of 50,000. Partners are required to make payment to him in cash in their new profit or loss sharing ratio. Do you know the new profit or loss sharing ratio of A and B? No. Calculate. Calculate. C's share was 4 by 10. A got 3 by 5. B got 2 by 5. 4 by 10 into 3 by 5. 12 by 50. A got. B got in this 2 by 5. 8 by 50. New profit sharing ratio of A. Old ratio 3 by 10 plus gain 12 by 50. 3 by 10 into 5 into 5 plus 12 by 50. 15 by 50 plus 12 by 50. 27 by 50. New profit sharing ratio of B. Old ratio 3 by 10 plus gain 8 by 50. 3 by 10 into 5 by 5 plus 8 by 50. 15 by 50 plus 8 by 50. 23 by 50. Very good. 27 is to 23 is the new profit sharing ratio. 27 is to 23 is the new profit sharing ratio. So they are going to bring in 50,000 cash to be paid to Mr. C in their new profit sharing ratio of 27 is to 23. Okay. So write the entry. Cash account debtor 50,000. Yeah, by Vedu. Cash account debtor 50,000 to A capital account to B capital account. Write an entry. Cash account debtor 50,000 to A capital account to B capital account 27,000, 23,000. Gift posting. Gift posting by cash 27,000 and 23,000. So whatever had to be paid to C was brought in their new profit sharing ratio. Okay. Now pay off that 50,000 to Mr. C. Write an entry. C capital account debtor to cash. Did you record this? Please do it quickly. We have to pass two entries. Entry 1, cash account debtor 50,000 to A's capital account 27,000 to B's capital account 23,000. Next, when money is given to C, C's capital account debtor 50,000 to cash 50,000. One more fitting is there in the problem. The partners are also required to adjust their capitals in cash and in proportion to their new profit or loss sharing ratio. Now, please find out how much balance is left in C's capital account after payment of 50,000. Transfer it to C's loan account. Transfer the balance in C's capital account to C's loan account. You will write to G capital account, not G capital account, G loan account. To G loan account. To C loan account. To C loan account, how much? 40. Now tell me what is the capital balance in A capital account, B capital account. I said tell me, don't write anything. Tell me how much the capital balance left in A capital account, B capital account. After posting these entries. After posting these entries, tell me how much balance is left in A capital account and B capital account. 74,258 and working note, you write adjustment of A's capital and B's capital in their new profit sharing ratio. Adjustment of A's capital and B's capital in their new profit and loss sharing ratio. Right. A's capital balance. A's capital balance. How much is it from your notebook? 74,258. B's capital balance 70,742. Total 1,45,000. When you see such numbers, you should feel happy. That means whatever you have done is right. 1,45,000. Okay. If you find 1,41,264, 235 and so, then that means you have to pray to God that your answer is right. 1,45,000 is the total capital. Now convert it in new profit sharing ratio. Right. A's capital in profit sharing ratio should be A's capital in new profit sharing ratio should be 1,45,000 into 27 by 50. How much? 78,000, 1,500. 300. 78,300. Sorry. 78,300. Now tell me what is the balance right now? Right now it is 74,258, but desired is how much? He has to pump in cash. Below that you'll write A has to pump in cash. You'll write pump in. A has to pump in cash. Or A has to bring cash. You have to use parliamentary language. A has to bring cash. How much? 78,300 minus 74,258. What is entry right? Cash account debtor to A's capital. Cash account debtor to A's capital 4042. Cash account debtor to A's capital 4042. Next. Similarly, desired capital balance of B. Desired capital balance of B. Desired capital balance of B. How much? 1,45,000 into 23 by 50. 66,000. B can withdraw cash. B can withdraw cash. How much? 70,742 minus 66,700. He can withdraw cash. How much he can withdraw? 70,4042. 4042. But read the paragraph, it is very clear. You are unnecessarily getting confused. Whatever has to be paid to C has to be brought by A and B. And see, if the bank balance is not even sufficient, it's only 3,000. Now, these capital account go to debit side, you write to cash 4042. Now, find the closing capital balances of A and B. This is a past examination question. What are you finding? You have already calculated, boss. 66,700. B's capital account. A's capital account. 78,300. Now come to balance sheet. Let's complete the balance sheet. A capital balance, B capital balance. Fix it in the balance sheet. A capital balance, B capital balance. A's capital balance, B's capital balance. Did you all write it down? Now come to balance sheet. Write down the other numbers which we have to write. Tell me how much is the cash balance left. Please fix that in the balance sheet. Cash balance 3,000. Bills receivable 10,000. 11,000 minus 1,000, 10,000. Stock we have already written, I think. Please answer. Yes, sir. Debtors 19,000. Furniture 5,000. Plant and machinery 42,075. Land and building 1,35,600. Come to liability side. Sundry creditors. Last balance sheet it was 12,000. 2,100 was written off. So 9,100 sundry creditors. 12,000 minus 2,900 was 9,100. Bills payable. Bills payable no change 18,000. 6% mortgage loan no change 17,000. Loan account of C 47,000. Okay, now come to page number 18.25, problem number 16. Page number 18.